Da vi live riktig nok på en annen link. Vi har hatt litt tekniske utfordringer, og så det en trøtt amerikaner. Vi som har vært på spillemøter i USA, vi vet jo at de jo aldri tidsnok ute de.
Men vi lærer så lenge vi lever, Espen.
Vi lærer så lenge vi lever, og når vi misset en timeslot på liven, så ble faktisk hele greia kansellert. Jeg jobber nå med å prøve å få Ricky inn igjen. Så Jonas, ta litt chit-chat mens jeg jobber med å få til det her.
Nei, altså først og fremst så var jo vi meget glad for å få Ricky Wysocki som gjest. Takket være Espen sine gamle gode kontakter.
Ja.
Så at Espen har vært stor spiller en gang way back gledelig for oss nå, Peter.
Ja, det bare helt supert det at Espen har kontakter som man kan fikse sånne fine ting som dette da.
Ja, uten tvil. Og så jo det godt å se at noen andre blir litt varme i trøya og springer litt raskt i trappene her på huset. At det ikke bare som stresser meg opp.
Ja, det nesten, ja, kan si det godt å se.
Det godt å se.
Jeg har ikke vært stresset. Jeg har vært lettere bekymret.
Lettere bekymret, kan vi si.
Ja. Nei, det som skjer nå at nå skal Ricky bare koble seg på nytt. Vi har jo fått... han jo i Texas. Det jo noen timer bak, så han har valgt å stå opp tidlig. Vi har jo måttet lage et nytt event, så del gjerne eventet, for det ikke sikkert alle som har fått med seg det. Men som sagt, nå vi jobber med saken, så vi kommer tilbake til det. Vi har jo fått inn masse spørsmål til Ricky, og lurer dere på noe, så det bare å sende inn i chatten. Vi skal sørge for at han får med seg det også, så har dere noen smarte spørsmål til Ricky, og da kanskje i forhold til hvordan det blir bedre, eller hva som helst? Alt?
Ja, det alltid spennende med spørsmål, og så det et fantastisk tidspunkt å booke Ricky inn på.
Uten tvil, han skal vi...
Ja, altså, vi kan spoile det nå. Det har vært en meget stor diskusjon på Facebook siste dagene, har jeg sett.
Ganske opphetet diskusjon rundt det, men nå ganske komfortable med å si at Ricky storspilte.
Storspilte i helga og vann. Og rett og slett viser at han nok en gang gjør det veldig godt i Texas. Så vi rett og slett vi så eksklusive at vi Smashbox-eksklusive vi nå, Peter. Altså, klokka i USA tirsdag 8 om morgenen. Vi kapret før den. Det gjør vi ikke ofte.
Nei, dette jeg gleder meg. Jeg gleder meg virkelig til å høre hva han har på hjertet.
Og selv om jeg ligger diska på bordet foran oss, så betyr det bare at vi har fått inn Ricky T-Bird. Det kommer på nett i løpet av uka, så det passer også godt. Nå ser jeg et kjent ansikt dukke opp der, så Espen, take it away.
Jeg tror vi henter inn Ricky. Hello, Ricky.
Hey. What's up, guys? I'm here. Sorry about the delay.
Well, you know... we are pretty much amateurs in running a podcast, and we missed the time slot, so we got kicked out, but you're back.
All right, good deal. Glad to be here, guys.
Yeah, we'll try.
Join my Norwegian friends. You guys, how long you guys been doing this?
Oh, well, this is actually just our 5th podcast, so it's great to have you part of it.
Sweet.
Yeah, we had to make a new link, so we're waiting for some more viewers, but okay. We can start. You had a fantastic tournament this weekend.
Yeah. Yes. No, that was awesome. It was Belton Open this week. Yeah, it was a great show. If you guys didn't already see the coverage, definitely a fun one.
Yeah. Big battle against Paul Macbeth.
Yeah. No, it was a typical battle. I think that the sport loves that. I think that spectators love it. The in-person fans, you feed off the energy that me and Paul create. We're definitely competitors, and you can feel that when you're watching. I think even just through YouTube or just through live coverage or in person, the energy that we play with as players when we're both playing at the high level is amazing, and it's good for the sport. It's good for everybody, and I'm definitely glad to be a part of it for sure.
It seems like you're coming out pretty much winning every tournament you play in Texas.
Yeah, that's the goal. Now that I'm at the level now to where if I wake up and I practice all week for a tournament, and my goal is to win by the end of the week. And it's good to give myself chances to win. Obviously, not going to win them all, but the more chances you have to win, the more you're going to win.
Yeah, we tried to book you in April, but you said the time schedule was so busy, so we pretty much ran on this one like 1 day ahead. We got a notice, I think.
Yeah, how'd you know? Predicting
So-
the future.
But you're still in Texas, right, Ricky?
Yep, yeah, I'm in Texas this week, and then we're the tour went from the Open at Belton, and then this week we're playing. It's called Texas States. It's an NT event, and
cool.
and so yeah, the tour's not far away. This is our third week in Texas, and so Texas is just starting to open up as far as the COVID stuff. I think they just lifted the mask mandate and stuff. So I think it's going to be exciting to get spectators into the sport. I think that it's going to be awesome for the sport of disc golf to be able to see how much growth. I'm sure in Norway as well, just to how many people started playing disc golf through the quarantine and all that stuff. And we haven't really been able to experience it. We've been having tournaments, but we haven't been able to experience the spectator growth and see how many people are wanting to come out to watch us top players play. I think it's going to be amazing to see how many people actually want to come out and watch these big tournaments. So I'm super excited once spectators are allowed to come and start watching. It's a great energy for us top players to play with.
Yeah, I think we had, I don't know, the growth rate we had in Norway last year, but it's easily over 100%. So
Yeah.
I think I've seen the same thing in the States.
Yeah, no, it totally is. I mean, I know last time I came to Norway, there was tons of players, so I can only imagine what it is now, just after, everyone being stuck inside and wanting to go out and do something outside. And disc golf's a great, I think it was one of the few things that actually benefited from the COVID stuff. So it's awesome that we're all a part of this great sport that's pretty much, I think, across the world. It grew like almost 10 years worth of growth in 1 year, it seemed like, as far as players and everything that goes along with that. So it's freaking so cool that our sport's really hitting the big time as far as the players and the amount of people really treating it like a professional sport. And really, I mean, it's cool. I came just even this week, I saw so many kids and young kids coming out to, have me sign their disc or just fans of me. And it's awesome to see that, because it's like they're seeing, the top players are starting to make some real money, that, the sponsors are getting there, and it's really, the balls are getting rolling for disc golf and all over the world. You guys having a pro tour event. I think that's something we should talk about. I'm sure that's something you wanted to talk about. But yeah, I mean, just the growth internationally, the U.S., but in Norway, a couple years back when I did some clinics over there, disc golf's growing a lot in your guys' country as well. So it's awesome to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the new generation of disc golfers will be huge. Like the new younger players that get into the sports, like we're gonna have a really big competitive field.
Yeah, they're coming
for
younger.
sure.
Yeah, in the coming years.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think there's going to be a lot of new players that are just wanting to play, wanting to compete, and wanting to try to make a career from this for themselves in disc golf. And there used to only be room for maybe the top 5. Now it's starting to spread to where if you're a top 20, if you're top 30 in the world or something, there is a lot more potential. And even in the years to come, maybe top 50, top 100, and that's obviously, I'm sure, the goal. For the sport is to get to that point. And I think it's not that far away, as opposed to maybe 5 years ago. It was a lot further away before we knew we were going to hit this huge growth spree in the sport.
Yeah,
and,
of course.
So it's just great for every aspect of the sport. But I think it's big for the next generation, because their parents can go ahead and push them towards disc golf, knowing that there could potentially be a future if they practice and dedicate their lives to it. To where when I was growing up, and it wasn't really like a path, as far, I kind of paved my own path as far as like making a career out of it. But my parents weren't that supportive, because they were like, oh, what are you going to go throw discs at trees and travel around the world? Like,
Yeah.
like, that's just the stereotype but it's good that we're breaking that stereotype and turning it into a professional, just by the way we treat ourselves, the way we, live our lives, and treating it like a professional sport. Then other people respect you for doing that, and they respect the sport.
Yeah, I was actually looking into the numbers and trying to find out when you turned professional, and it's a small fun fact, but we played together in 2010, I think, at the USDGC. You were like 16 years old, had your
Yes.
dad as a caddy,
I remember
and
that. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you only beat me by 4 strokes in that tournament. We're not gonna mention the placement we got, but
Yeah.
I'm also thinking about turning pro. So,
So
No,
Espen could be a world champ.
that's so funny. Yes, I
Yeah.
remember that. I
but
remember playing with you.
when did you turn pro?
I turned pro in I think it was 2011, I believe. Right after
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Oh, that's very early. And
Yeah.
how many? Well, there's probably a lot of more touring professionals now than it was back then, and
Yeah.
I would reckon that scene has evolved a lot as well.
Yeah. I mean, in the States here, yeah, I mean, if you go to a tournament now, there's probably, everyone's living the van life. They're just decking out their vans, putting beds in there, storage, just, having food, having sinks, portable showers in their vans. So there's just the lifestyle has totally changed. And the easiest way to travel and play disc golf on the tour is just to drive. You have all your stuff, you have all your discs. We're disc golfers. We want to have a bunch of discs, a bunch of gear, a bunch of stuff to feel comfortable for the tournament week. So flying sometimes isn't conducive when you're playing week in and week out. And so I think a lot of people are just, getting small RVs, getting vans, and just decking them out. And so you go to a tournament and there's, I would say, 50 to 100 vans. It's crazy. And it's just like all touring players and people that are trying to, either touring players or people that are dedicating their life and just throwing everything in a van and saying, hey, I'm going to try and see what I can do on the road and try and make it as a professional. And unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of people that get rude awakenings that maybe you're not good enough. The bar is just raised. I mean, there's not, everybody that wants to, in the past you used to be able, if you wanted to, you could just play. But now it's going to be like, there's going to start being qualifications. You're going to have to start, hitting certain thresholds rating wise. All that stuff's going to raise the bar as far as competition. So unless you have a lot of skill, you're not just going to be able to go out in your van and just play and try to get on tour. You have to work your way up to that. And so I think that's a big sign of growth, no doubt.
So, but being a professional on the road, how much practice do you get? Or is it only playing tournaments? What do you do in between all the tournaments?
Yeah, so like I came straight from last week and I drove. It was only like 3-hour drive, so it wasn't bad for us. Normally we're used to driving like 8 or 10, 12 hours to the next tournament. So 3 hours isn't nothing. So yeah, I drove here and then kind of unloaded my stuff. I travel with all my kitchen utensils so I can cook my own food and eat healthy. So I got a bunch of bags for that, blenders for smoothies and just skillets to cook my food and stuff in. So just all the different kitchen utensils I travel with in the van, and then obviously clothes and all that. So I got an Airbnb. So that's I rent an Airbnb usually for the week, and then I have a tour manager actually also that helps me with my social media. She helps with my touring schedule, and so it's getting to the point now where I'm big enough name and stuff to where I need a tour manager to help schedule me, help plan clinics, help do all this different stuff. So that way I can, dedicate my time to what I'm doing, what I do best, instead of, doing emails and stuff. As you guys know, there's so much stuff that goes along with, being a top player that, I'm good at making putts, throwing long drives and stuff. So I got to keep a focus on that. And so throughout the week, I can go to the course while she's, at the Airbnb taking care of behind the scenes business stuff. And I think that's going to be a game changer for a lot of the top players is they're going to realize that you're going to start needing a tour manager to really straighten your life out.
Yeah, and building the brand Sockibomb as well, it takes time.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, no, all that stuff. It totally does, no doubt.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and it has to be hard to stay focused all the time as well. But how do you find your motivation to play all those tournaments? Because it takes a lot of you energy wise.
Oh yeah, I mean, playing a long season, you get burnt out, not just physically but mentally. It's hard to wake up with fire every tournament. It's like you play so many tournaments, and it's like for you guys, you come off the winter and you're like, all right, I want to play tournaments and it's awesome and it's fun and we love it. But like, when you're 8, 10, 15 tournaments deep in a season, you're like, you don't want to go into the tournament like going through the motions or anything like that. You want to have the fire, but at the same time, it's hard to like motivate yourself sometimes. So for me, it's just, it's just going out and practicing and really just enjoying the, I guess it's a grind. Like midway through the season when you're that many tournaments in, it can be a grind for sure. Just practicing, going to the next tournament, practicing again. It's just like can kind of get. It's great and fun to travel, but it's not like I'm just sightseeing all the time. I'm going, from my Airbnb to the course, going home, making food, and working out, doing stuff like that. So most of the stuff is like health and wellness based, to where I can get my body, doing ice baths, doing massages, doing all the stuff that makes me feel like I can be 100% by the time tournament week hits. I'm not like I'm going out partying and clubbing. Like, yeah, I might after the tournament's over or something, but like, it's not like I'm, doing that every night. So it's yeah, you really have to. And if you're not doing that, someone else is, and you're losing the edge that you have.
We actually have a question regarding the ice bathing stuff. It's like, how long do you do it, and how cold is the water, and how does it help your mental health?
Yeah, no, I feel like you guys in Norway are all about that. But I'm sure you guys have heard of Wim Hof.
Wow.
Where's he from?
Well, he's from Norway as well. So
Is he really? Okay, that's now I feel dumb. I figured he was from Norway, but I didn't want to get it wrong. But yeah, obviously you guys, I'm sure, know him. He's a legend. But I've been following him on like Instagram and following his stuff. So that's one method I've actually been using a lot, is just his breathing techniques.
Okay.
He's good for that. He trains a lot of people, and so I've been using that like in tournaments when I get under pressure a lot. I'll start just breathing steady through the nose, like into your belly breathing, and it just calms your nerves. It makes your heart rate go lower, and so like when you're under pressure and you're putting for the win, and you can breathe and feel a little more comfortable as opposed to the adrenaline and the nerves and all that stuff attacking you, you feel more under control through the breathing, and so that's so important. I mean, it's so important, and so doing that allows me to putt more consistent under the pressure, and that makes a big difference. If you can make one more putt because your breathing is on point and you're in control of that, it's amazing. And then as far as the ice bath start, I'll just put so the best thing I can do here, because we don't have frozen lakes like you guys got in Norway. I can't just cut a hole in the ice and jump in. I would love to if I could, but so I'll just I'll fill like the bathtub with the coldest water possible, and then I'll just throw like 2 10-pound bags of ice, which is pretty. I know you guys don't go by pounds, but it's a pretty good amount of ice. And I'll throw that in the bathtub, let it sit and just cool off, and then I jump in the bathtub for like 5 minutes after a round or after a long week of practice or something, and then my body recovers so much faster. It gets the blood flow going to all your different body parts, and it just helps recover. If your hips are from rotating in the disc golf throw, or your shoulder or something is sore, and you sit under the ice bath for 5 minutes or something, it's a ton of health benefits, just to help recover the muscles and mentally with clarity. It like rejuvenates your cells in your body, because it turns into like your fight and flight mode, because you're like almost feel like you're obviously not going to get hypothermia, but like it gets your body in a state to where it starts repairing itself, and I get like an energy boost, cognitive function, my brain functions good. So I'll do it before a round. Sometimes I'll just take not an ice bath, but like a cold shower, just super cold shower, just get a little energy boost and get a little mental clarity before the round, and I feel like I'm good to go. And then I'll do ice baths throughout the week, a couple times a week after a round, if I feel like I played a lot of disc golf, to rejuvenate the body.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the lifestyles changed you have done over the past 2 years, I would say, have increased your game to a whole new level compared to your 2 times world champion?
Yeah. No, I think I can add to that 2-time world champion now that I'm healthy and good to go. I mean, but yeah, the lifestyle is huge. I mean, as you know, we're athletes, and we have an expiration date, I guess you should say. We're not going to play forever, and so I want to
tell me about
maximize the years that I have. And it's for pro disc golfers, around 35 to 40, depending on how you take care of your body and how your body holds up. And so if I can prolong my career, that obviously, I love what I do, so I want to do it for as long as I can. And like I said, it's not like a normal job where you can just work it until you die if you wanted to. I got to work it until my body doesn't allow me to. So the longer I can prolong that, if I can take precautions now and extend my career another 4 or 5 years, just because I'm healthy, not injured, it's a huge game changer. And we're athletes. We have to take care of our body, work out, stretch, eat good. Drink tons of water. Stay hydrated, ice baths.
Yeah.
Drinking smoothies. Just all the different things that go into it. It's not that easy. It takes a lot of research. It takes a lot of time to cook your own food and really pay attention to health and all the research out there that I work with a nutritionist now pretty much all year round. So where I'm sending in samples to him, and he basically can blood hair analysis samples and urine samples, and he judges my minerals and vitamin levels, and then formulates a game plan to what minerals and vitamins I need supplement wise to make sure my mineral levels are balanced out in my body to where my body's functioning at an optimal level. So it goes deep, and and it's and then of course I'm eating real healthy. I don't really eat any processed junk food. I know, obviously, as you guys know, here in America, we're famous for eating lots of junk food and lots of disease and stuff. So, whereas in Norway, I think you guys are a little more healthy. There's still junk food out there, obviously, but yeah, just eating a whole food, plant-based diet with just lots of vegetables, still eating good quality, clean meats, not factory, meats. I'm eating like organic, good meat, quality meat that is good for your body, and eliminating the processed sugars and most of the junk food that's out there. I just completely eliminated it. And so yeah, that's been a huge game changer. I feel amazing. My body's not, joints and everything are holding up really well for disc golf. It's a pretty violent throw. So if you don't take care of yourself, you can fall apart pretty easily.
I think that's probably been the biggest change within the sport. In the last 10 years, that the players has become more of an athlete than they were before.
For sure.
So it's good to see. More in the old days, it was probably more about the social settings.
Throw a beer in your bag and you crack it on hole one. Not that anymore.
Well, it was pretty much. It could be like that in some tournaments, but that doesn't go anymore.
No, I was just obviously just joking, but yeah, it's like I said, it's the stereotypes completely, changing for the better though. I mean, yeah, of course, if you're going out with your casual friends and you want to have fun, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're playing a tournament, there's a whole process that goes into making your body feel right before the event,
Yeah, and I would think the way the sport is moving, we're probably going to see some bigger sponsors and better profile of disc golf than it has been in a few late years.
For sure, yeah. Like I'm already reaching out to some of these brands that I work with as far as like some of the nutritional supplements and stuff, and they're like responding to me like, hey, like, cool, let's work together and work out a sponsorship deal, and which is awesome to see because I support these brands. They have good quality ingredients and and stuff like that, and so yeah, it's great to be able to work with these companies that are making good ingredients. Of course, I want to support the companies that have good ingredients, not the big companies that just mass produce food and don't use the best ingredients out there.
You're also sponsored by a huge company within disc golf, and your journey through the sponsor site has been a long one, I would say. You have been through some manufacturers, but how is it to be back at Innova?
It's great, man. I mean, they've been the biggest company for so long for a reason. We'll just first start talking about their discs. I mean, their discs are so amazing. I've always liked their discs. I first started playing in 2009, and I reached for a Rock and a Valkyrie before I got sponsored by any discs and any other company, and it was just amazing. Yeah, they're super. When I got sponsored, I think 2011, and so they've just always been supportive. They're like a family. I mean, you can say that about a lot of people, but they're already, they talk to me about just any future things that I want to do. If I want to get in the future after my disc golf playing career, getting into course design, they really look out for their players. We're not all just numbers on, a lot of companies are just players are just numbers, and that the company pays them what they think they're worth or whatever, and it calls it a day. Innova is a family. Like when I got sick, they were super supportive. People were texting me, supporting me, like even when I'm on my lows. And then so it makes me like, now after going through everything with the Lyme disease and being sick and then coming through and being able to win and play at a high level now again and in the future, it makes me want to support them even more when you see someone that supported you, a company that supported you when you were at your low. And so that's the best part, is just finding a company that has supported me, through the thick and thin, I guess. Kind of sounds like a girlfriend. Hey.
Well, they almost are.
But yeah, they're a support system that definitely was there, and me dedicating my life to disc golf, and it was basically the girlfriend of my life, because they're so supportive.
It's a marriage. It's a
Yeah.
marriage.
We're talking
Exactly.
about
Yeah, that's a good word for it. Yeah.
we're talking about Innova, Ricky. What's your favorite disc from this great company? I assume the pig, but
Yeah, the pig, and I'll rotate, like, obviously Destroyer, the pig, and the T-Bird 3, all great, amazing discs. But it all just depends on the course. Like if it's an open course, I'm going with the Destroyer a lot. If it's a wooded short course, I'm throwing the pig a lot. So it's just, they all complement each other so well in such different ways, that's why I'm so glad that I picked those 3 discs as my signature disc. But the pig, I think I have like 4 pigs in my bag. I mean, it's crazy. A beat up pig, a straight pig, an overstable pig, and so I've got so many different pigs in there, and they all do different things. So it's amazing to have that many discs of the same mold and fly totally different. How about you guys? Have you noticed a lot of people throwing pigs in Norway, or what?
yeah, the pigs has actually a huge standing here in Norway.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It can be hard to get it sometimes, so we're working hard with Innova to both have the Ricky pig and the stock one. So the pig has great standings, and mostly because of you, I think. So I think I would say that you have a huge standing here in Norway. I see a lot of fans in the comments. I see a lot of question about your favorite course in the world. So could you have a top 3 maybe?
Top 3, yeah. So I haven't
On
thought
the
about the
spot.
specific order. Espen, have you played in Oregon?
No, I have never been in Oregon,
Oregon.
so I would like to go.
Beaver State Fling. If you guys have played Beaver State Fling, if you're from Norway, you'll be in culture shock as far as the course goes, and just how it looks. The trees are like low hanging like limbs, like low tunnel shots. Milo MacGyver. So the Beaver State Fling. If you guys are fans out there,
we have
stay
seen
tuned
it
for the Beaver State Fling. It's an amazing course for the players, and it's an amazing course for the spectators. Discs flying down those fairways look so cool. So that's one up there. Let's see what else. Obviously, I think the European Open. Well, the thing is about the European Open is, what's the new course that UC's opening? Have you guys heard
Tampere
about that?
Disco Tampere,
yeah, Tampere. Is that going to be a thing for this year's European Open?
I don't think so. I think it's the Beast, 3 rounds on the Beast, but or 4 maybe, but it's a great course for sure.
Well, that's great. So then that I mean, honestly, the Tampere Disc Golf, that place is going to be absolutely ridiculous. That's going to be like so top notch. It's going to test the players. It's a lot of like par 4s that you have to throw driver, even if at the top level. So you're throwing 500-foot rips with drivers, having to like control the angles and land flat and not skip to land the landing zone. So just the design that UC's put into it is amazing, and I think that's going to be a top course. But I love the Beast. I mean, the Beast is such a good championship level course. It's fair. You have to execute the shots coming down the stretch of the final day, like playing that course. Like your nerves are like going to the moon. Like it's crazy. And so the shots you have to execute are like awesome for the spectators to watch. And that's the amazing part when you're playing at the top level. You notice that the shots coming down the stretch are like it makes you nervous. Like and you know what can happen, and you know what you have to do to execute to win. And that's a great challenge in itself. And so the Beast offers so many shots that your nerves are going, and you have to handle.
There's some critical shots again towards the end of the course, and when you start to get tired and stuff. It's like I would like to compare it a little bit to the Winthrop Gold layout. When 100%. Going down the late stretch, when you start to get tired, and you see a lot of things happen there.
Oh, a lot of crazy stuff. Yeah, like on 17 at Winthrop, like there's a force field. It's such an easy hole, but at the same time, there's a force field that like sucks your disc into the hay bale or the water. You're like, what just happened? Yeah. So that's the crazy part. It's like, but it's awesome. So I would say Milo, the Beast. Since Tampere, I played it when they were just like kind of organizing it and building it, so it's not technically a course yet. And then the third one, I would have to say let's think here. I mean, it depends on how you classify a great course, but like
Yeah.
Fountain Hills is like just a picturesque wise. The course itself isn't like the best course in the world, but like just picturesque wise, like Espen, you played there.
No.
I have actually played there.
But
Hey,
just
yeah.
picturesque with the mountains and like the fountain, as you guys probably seen in the coverage. It's just picturesque. Like the course itself isn't the most challenging or the best, but the picturesque value of it is like amazing, like really amazing.
Super Instagrammable course.
Yeah, Instagram.
Yeah, but do you feel like it's a time to have the worlds over in Europe, or do you feel like it's okay just to have it in the States year after year after year?
Oh no, I would love to come to Europe. See, the thing about Worlds is yeah, as a top athlete, we're coming, a week, 2 weeks ahead of time to practice. So if you say have it, I mean, you guys have the infrastructure and you guys have the fan base, you have all the courses, you have enough, infrastructure to run a host of Worlds, or like UC in Finland. Like I could see Worlds definitely being there in the next, hopefully soon. I'd love to. There's no reason not to. But there's so much there's so many fans. It's crazy how many players you guys have in Norway that are just like hungry for disc golf, hungry for content, hungry for anything that has to do with disc golf. They're all about it, and it's amazing. And I noticed that just even when I was doing clinics. Espen, how long ago was that? Was that 3 or 4 years ago when I came?
Oh yeah, it's been that long. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably 3-4 years. Yeah.
But yeah, just doing that, there were so many people then, and I can only imagine now. But yeah, no, I think we should definitely be talking about it, and I know UC's, I'm sure, wanting to do it.
I think UC is a key, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, and even in Norway, I would say you guys have a great shot too. I mean, so what's the status for the Pro Tour event? Is it are we able to come over or what?
We hope so. There been talk with the local health. What's the name in English?
Health department.
Health department. Thank you, guys. Yeah, health authorities, and we just have to look when it's late April, I think. And the same goes for European Open as well. We hope that the best players in the world can come over to see the beautiful courses here in Norway, the fan base. So finger crossed, and I think more info will come soon, Ricky.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I mean, I think within the next 3 years, we'd see a European Worlds. I think, in my opinion, I know there's a bidding process and everything, but yeah, going back to that, I think that it would be amazing. Where do you guys think it would be first at if there was a European Worlds?
Finland for sure.
Finland, yeah. I think the three big courses like Hunapiste, the European Open course, like the Beast.
The Beast, and probably Tampere.
Tampere, yeah. In combined, that would be great. But European Championship, that was the word, are going to be hosted at Hunapiste this year. So
really,
that's a big course, but maybe a bit open and low scoring for Worlds. But I think
the only thing about that is there's not that big of a disc golf scene in Czech.
It's bigger in Finland for sure. And Norway, it's growing. It's growing a lot.
Yeah, but as of now, the biggest potential is Finland. Yeah.
You said what?
Well, the biggest potential of having a Worlds, it's Finland for sure. It's you're gonna have you will attract the media, and you will attract a lot of spectators for sure. And they also have some big courses.
Yeah, so, you guys, what's the best major quality course you guys have there in Norway? You think?
Well, in my opinion, it's where the Pro Tour is going to be this year. Those two layouts, but I would rate the Sula course before Övros. But the tournament layout, it's really hard because there's a lot of longer holes, but still technical demanding. So you just can't throw bombs. You have to think about how to lay down the shot and everything like that.
That's perfect. Yeah,
and picturesque.
Picturesque, for sure.
So it's got a good balance.
Yeah, and the Övros course, it's a pretty new course, but they have put in a tons of work of making it a champion layout course,
and a great experience as well.
Yeah, and it's a really demanding, fun course to play as well.
Yeah,
so it's two great courses. You will love them for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pumped. I'm like, super excited for it.
So we're hoping the society will open up a little bit more, and crossing our fingers. So
Yeah.
looking into to July.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, no, for sure. How's
Yeah.
have you guys been able to get discs and stuff? How's that all been?
Well, we're gonna get discs.
The Ricky T-Bird actually come today.
Got it today.
Snap. All right, guys. Yep. Now you know you got to get some T-birds from Juru.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get discs, but it's delay on freights and everything like that. So,
Yeah.
but we're gonna get a lot of discs this year.
But we hope to see Sockibomb discs here in Norway. We hope. Finger crossed.
Yeah.
Finger crossed, Ricky.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
For sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I've been going through a lot of them. Yeah, my tour manager's been helping me with the Instagram. You probably guys been seeing.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's been helping me with that, and I've been coming out with a bunch of cool stamps, and it's been good for sure. But yeah, no, I would love to work out something if we get the details right. But yeah, it's tough. Discs are tough to come by right now for everybody.
Yeah, the machines are going on full capacity, and it's not enough at this moment. But
yeah, time for you guys to get Innova Norway going.
Oh yeah, maybe we will. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. No, I know. How's Suni doing, Espen?
Oh, he's doing great. He's in his office right now and probably watching, so you can say hello to him.
All right, what's up, Suni?
He's starting to see a little bit. He has to change glasses all the time. It's his eyesight is getting older. So that's just the way it is. Hair is turning gray, but he's still good looking. He's still
got ear hair and nose hairs and stuff coming out. Yeah. I'm just kidding. Oh, that's funny. No, it's.
Oh yeah, here he comes.
Here he comes.
Okay. What's up, David? How's it going, buddy? I remember you. How's it going?
I remember you. Yeah. that was Sune.
Yeah. I figured.
I thought you maybe didn't recognize him since he had changed so much since he was
right.
here. So yeah.
For sure.
He got me there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ricky.
No, I was just trying to read some of the chat.
Oh yeah, I can bring the chat in, and we can go through that pretty quick.
Norwegian question.
Norwegian questions. We wanted you to learn some Norwegian.
All right.
Did it go? Let's see. It doesn't show up.
Gratulare. How's that mean?
Yeah, that's
congratulations with your victory.
Okay. Actually wondering how it was for you to play Junior Worlds.
Oh, okay.
It's probably some years back.
Yes, it was 2010.
Yeah.
Did you say what year or how was it?
How was it?
Oh, it was good. Yeah. It was for me back then. There wasn't that many juniors. There's a lot of juniors now. So it was awesome to be able to play with kids my age. I think I was 16, 15. And so I was able to play with kids my age at that time, which there wasn't that many. And so it's really cool to get your, if you're a young kid, to be able to play with kids your own age instead of, grown adults all the time. So being able to get exposed to people your age and kind of get that, camaraderie of just any other sport. If you're ready to go play soccer or basketball or anything, you're playing with kids your age. Whereas disc golf, you go to the course and there's a bunch of older guys. You're not really getting the experience with the junior players. So it was good to be able to play with my age bracket of people and kids and really get in, just kind of enjoy the atmosphere at that age and enjoy the sport.
So recommend everybody who can to go and play the Junior Worlds via Junior.
I definitely do.
Yeah.
Junior Worlds, Junior, I know there's a lot more junior leagues in the States starting up where there's junior kids and you're able to get together these kids that, can play at the kids their own age group. And I think that's awesome for them to be sticking with the sport and playing with kids their age.
Yeah, and we have a guy actually wondering what happened to the harp he gave you in 2018.
Well, I'm actually trying to remember. I don't know if I'll remember. I've probably touched 1,000 discs since then, a couple times.
I reckon you didn't remember.
I'm not really sure actually what happened to that.
It's in the trunk somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And another question is the most underestimated discs from Innova?
Underestimated discs. Okay. I would say the Sonic. Garrett's been doing a good job branding the Sonic and throwing it well. That's a good disc. It's a
Yeah.
great disc. I like it. It's a good for floaty up shots. People don't really think of it. That's a good disc, no doubt. And then I'd say the Mako. I like the Mako a
Mako,
lot.
yeah.
It's a good
Yeah.
flying, smooth mid range. You gotta have touch and control your angles when you're throwing it. And I think it's a great disc for all skill sets. I mean, I can throw it at my level. If you're a newer player, you can throw it and get it to go straight. Um, and so it's just great disc all around for all skill sets.
When it comes to the Sonic, we actually have sold a lot of Sonics. So
Yeah.
yeah,
We're
Yeah.
all empty, yeah.
Aspen, you throw a Sonic?
no.
No.
I'm basically a rock T-bird AVR man. So
I got you.
Basic,
Yeah.
basic bitch.
yeah, that's me. That's me. That's me.
That's funny.
I think the Mako is probably one of the most selling discs in Norway, whole Norway.
Yeah, I think almost
Really?
worldwide.
Well, you
Just
guys got all those straight tunnel shots and all the
Yeah.
wood shots. So that Mako's like a perfect disc for that.
yeah,
Yeah, and so dependable to new players.
Yeah,
So
it's an easy choice when
Yeah,
when newer
totally.
players ask like what disc should I get if I only want to get like one,
Yeah.
and that's the Mako.
Hey, Espen, is Magnus still work there?
No,
No.
is Magnus still working here?
Oh no, he's
Magnus.
not working here anymore.
Oh, my
but
bad. I
he-
didn't know if it was a sore spot.
No.
No,
It's not a sore spot, but he
Okay.
still plays disc golf. So
Oh, good.
yeah.
He's
So-
cool. I remember talking to him when I was there.
Oh yeah, he's what you used to say a frisbee hippie.
Frisbee
It's,
hippie,
he
one
is
of
a frisbee hippie, for sure.
one of the smoothest throwers
It's,
of all time in Norway.
yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
he's
That's
all in
awesome.
for the fun. So yeah.
yeah. Cool.
Yeah, Ricky. I think it's. I don't know if we have more questions. Yeah, Mako or Mako 3. One said. I think. Did you mean the Mako or the Mako 3?
I haven't really thrown the Mako 3 too much. But I was just referring to just the regular Mako.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
But the Mako 3 is probably the best selling disc we have, not the Mako.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I haven't really thrown it, but I'm sure they're pretty similar.
Yeah. I would
Yeah.
think so too.
I think the Mako 3 is slightly less stable,
Okay.
a little more straighter.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Playing a tournament, Ricky, how many discs do you carry? I've seen in some videos where you carry a lot of discs during practice, but do you carry
Yeah.
all those discs during tournaments as well?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. I have a cart now, so I use a ridge roller cart in there. So you can fit more discs in there, that's for sure. But I probably have, I would say 30 discs.
Oh wow!
I've probably got 5 Firebirds right now, like 5 Destroyers. Obviously my AVRs. I've got 4 Pigs, 3 or 4 of my signature series T-Birds, and that pretty much rounds out my bag. And a couple other discs sprinkled in here and there, rocks, 3 or 4
Yeah.
rocks. So yeah, I'm basic like Espen for the most part, but
Basic is the way to go.
yeah, exactly. Less stuff to think about, and I'm a firm believer that if you throw the same mold and different wears of stages of wear and tear, then you can get a good clean release on all your shots consistently.
Yeah, so you're not like Felberg that has 54 molds in your
Yeah.
bag.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he has 40 discs, and every disc is a different mold. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one for every shot. So
No,
yeah.
nice. You got the whole interval lineup in your bag, Dave. Good job.
Yeah. Well, that's the way. Well, he had a heavy bag. He
Yeah.
didn't have he didn't have a cart.
Sure.
He didn't have a
No,
cart.
exactly. That was like before the cart days.
Yeah. Well, Ricky, so this weekend you're going to what's the tournament? The Texas State Championship.
Yep.
So what you have, according to your stats, it's over 50% of chance of winning. Then, so
Nice.
I bet you're going to see you in the top 2.
Yes.
You're going to
I
be
would
on number
say-
1. Yeah.
Yes. I have a good chance, no doubt about that.
I think for sure.
Yeah. I'm feeling good. I'm playing good right now. That's the biggest thing. Once a couple things clicked with my swing and my confidence, and I'm really pumped about the week and getting a good solid week of practice in before Thursday, and the courses fit my game really well. It's a good, pretty wooded courses overall, but that means you got to throw all the different shots and scramble well and make a lot of putts, and I do all that well.
For sure.
And we're looking forward to see it.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
It's a huge fan base in Norway, as I said earlier, and a lot of people are watching both live and post-produced. So
Yeah.
Looking forward to it for sure.
Yeah, no, I definitely just want to say, I met a lot of people through my, the journey that with Drew. They had me over for the clinics a couple years ago, and that was awesome to be able to spend time with hopefully a lot of you guys that are watching. And if I didn't get to spend time with you, hopefully in the future I can do more clinics and work with you guys to get me out there and share my knowledge with a lot of the Norwegians that you guys support me, and so I'm super thankful for that. Hopefully I can make it out for the tournament out there in July and meet a lot of you guys and spend some time. That'd be an awesome experience, and thank you all for supporting me, and hopefully I can return the favor and give you guys a clinic or spend some time in some way with you guys. So thanks for having me on the podcast, guys.
Yeah, we would love to have you over here once it's time for that, once the
Yeah.
worlds open up a little bit more.
Yeah, exactly.
And for
If not
sure,
this year, next year for sure.
Yeah, we are going to move this podcast over to Sula and the Pro Tour if everything goes well. So
Yeah.
probably we're going to see you there as well.
I'd love to join you there. Yeah, for sure. Or if you guys want, if you want to do it again sometime in the next couple months, let me know, or weeks, whatever.
Yeah,
that sounds great. I think many of you watching home have what's the word? Appreciate it. Thank you, Peter.
There we go.
It can be hard sometimes, Ricky, but thank you
Oh, it's
so
all
much
good.
for
I
taking the
understand.
time. And
Yeah.
I would say good luck this weekend, Texas States. We
Yes.
will be watching.
We're rooting
Awesome.
for you.
Thanks to all my Norwegian followers and fans, and thank you guys for hosting a great show.
thank
you,
you, Ricky. Have a good day, and play well this
All right,
weekend.
guys. See
See
you.
you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Yes,
Ja, da det nytt morsmål, skal jeg si.
nytt morsmål. Ricky Wysocki, for en fyr.
Det utrolig gøy. Altså, det er bare å putte på penger, så går praten.
Vi skulle sette av en halvtime av hans tid med litt tekniske problemer og en amerikaner som er veldig flink til å prate, så ble det en time.
Ja, men det er jo hyggelig.
Det er vi veldig glad for.
Mye bra innsikt.
Vi håper vi har i hvert fall likt oss, har vi ikke det?
Ja, vi storkoser, selv om for en enkel langmåksgutt så er det hardt å skulle snakke engelsk. Vi prøvde så godt vi kunne.
Absolutt.
Og det er utrolig artig å være så heldig at Ricky tok seg tida, og mye god kunnskap, absolutt. Og så har vi lovd at T-Bird er kommet inn. Vi må få produsert det gjennom systemet. Vi håper å ha det på nett i morgen.
Jeg elsker at man lover ting, og for det får gutta litt rævagger.
Da får vi svette litt ekstra.
Så vi takker for oss.
Vi takker for oss. Utrolig kult.
Og kanskje vi skal se om vi klarer å få en annen kjendis en annen gang også. Hvem vet? Kanskje vi skal jobbe litt med dameverden og damediscgolfen, eller vi beveger oss ikke på mastersida.
Nei, ikke enda, og
Kanskje
vi
ikke.
håper at vi får flere spennende gjester i tida som kommer, Espen. Utrolig gøy i hvert fall.
Det vet.
Ha det
Takk
godt,
for oss.
folkens.
Hei da.
Ha det godt.